Alright, I will see a mammy mobile aqua sapras. Yes, into NDC in June way, and I catch a lot of attention among Ghana for. I think say be it me who say ampa election air koso. Na MP way Emmanuel Armah Boah honorable a elembele member of parliament. No kai say I sa papa way bra you president Akufo-Addo okoka the last speech. That was the 3rd January in parliament in Oblasti Akufo-Addo. Tie nsɛm a ɔkae.
Come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the West government under the Fourth Republic. Honourable Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on December 7th when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of rejection of any government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. Mr. President, you will be remembered as the first president who was cushioned by the IMF when you began, and you are still being cushioned at the end of your term. Mr. President, you left something very important in your account. You left out an account of your promise to God to build him a cathedral. But Mr. President, Mr. President, I will leave that for you, between you and your God. Mr. President, let me remind His Excellency, Honourable Speaker, that his tenure in office will remain a timely reminder of how not to govern the country. But let me also be quick to assure the good people of Ghana that hope is on its way. And President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, we can once again glean a brighter future from the throes of despair. Together we will work hard to lift ourselves from this historic low and reclaim our place, our glory as the Black Star of Africa. Once again, fellow Ghanaians, we are comforted and strengthened by the following words of Scripture. And I'm quoting Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. And I quote, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear you not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them no more." Bye-bye, Mr. President. It is finished. With that, Mr. Speaker, I thank you very much.
Nasa nsɛm wei a Emmanuel Armah Boah kae no abusua yɛbɛdidi nsɛm bi ho nkɔmmɔ nti a meka wei ɛnam so ɛma yɛwura John Dramani Mahama ɛbɔ ne din as a Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Okopie ɛwɔ vetting ase no ɛna Frank Adodompe Chief Majority Whip demanded for apology ɛwɔ ne hɔ ne nso tie nsɛm a ɔkae.
And with the permission of the chair, I want to quote extensively your words. Deputy Minority Leader, Mr. Emmanuel Armah Boah. Mr. Speaker, I am grateful for the opportunity to thank His Excellency the President for the message on the state of the nation that he has just delivered. Mr. Speaker, I need to remind you that the people of Ghana have already given their verdicts on the true state of the nation, and you got a good cheer for that. And that verdict was very clear. Economic hardship, huge debt, overhang, high youth unemployment, hopelessness, and more. We have come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the worst government under the Fourth Republic. And you got a good cheer for that. Mr. Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on 7 December 2024 when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of the rejection for a government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. There should be calm. I have engaged you extensively on this matter. It was a very emotional moment for a president who was exiting. And you know that it was not all hopelessness under His Excellency President Akufo-Addo. You have spoken in admission of some of the high things President Akufo-Addo did, the free SHS and many others. Sitting in this chair now, the benefit of hindsight and reflecting deeply, would you say that these words were harsh on the outgoing president, and when you are given the opportunity, you will retract some of them in part and apologize unreservedly?
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, I have enormous respect for President Akufo-Addo, any president that will occupy this highest seat of our land, because the decisions that they are confronted are enormous and grave. And so I don't think we take that lightly at all. As deputy majority leader, I had a duty that day. And I believe, and that's what I thought, I believe those were words that resonated with the people of Ghana. Now, if there are words that came out that sounded in any way disrespectful, I'll regret it, because the intention was never to disrespect the president at all. It was simply to talk about the government of the day. And yes, obviously there were very good things, some things that were done that obviously we can talk about, that were right, obviously. But I was reflecting the views of the people of Ghana, who felt that they have gone through so much hardships. And that's why the reference was to his government and not to his person. Thank you.
What you say, na case we why na adwon say ono de apology bi e ho na mbom oman ni ye die nti obekoso aye de aka na adwene na Minister of Lands and Natural Resources asema making abusia ensem bi akoso ye bedidi hu enkobo one ye maame Vice President Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang, Right Honorable Speaker Alban Bagbin. He said, "What team me up? The team omodi atoso restoring a culture of proper small scale mining in Ghana." Mamin can be say restoring a culture of proper small scale mining in Ghana. Labusia and kasasa media a issue because already Ghana galamsi aye and sasia ano eshipa yamfa credit BBC.
This is a river that will usually be used as a source of drinking water. These waters have been contaminated by the work of galamsey, the act of illegal miners digging for gold in Ghana's forests. A piece of gold as small as this could take half a day to mine, but it's worth around $150.
If I'm the one who is getting small and you are getting the huge amount of gold, I'll try to kill you and take it.
This is the western region of Ghana, a hotbed for illegal mining.
I completed university in 2019. Since then, I've not been able to secure a decent job, so I had to venture into galamsey.
Using Chinese-made pumping machines, the miners bring up chunks of soil from this pool of water. The machine sucks the soil onto this board, which separates the dirt from the gold.
There's a fight for gold when it is discovered because we are plenty.
On an average day, you can make between 1,000 and 2,000 cedis.
The miners here tell me they mostly mine on cocoa and rubber plantation lands. They either purchase an acre of land for around $2,000 or they work for the landowners.
Galamsey is difficult. It's basically digging of the soil and trying to separate the gold ore from the soil. We use mercury to separate the gold from the soil. What we call the final thing is what we call the black.
It's the mercury that is highly toxic for the environment, and if inhaled or consumed by a human, it could be fatal. As well as Ghana's forests being destroyed by Galamsey, the rivers are full of pollutants and harmful chemicals. We are headed to the river Ancobra, and just driving on this road, we've spotted several illegal mining sites. Really disheartening to see how Ghana's lush forest reserves are being completely destroyed by the activities of illegal mining. Nkofo chese Galamsey ase Ghana yensase bebre ene niema na busua wonim ensem bi apiepie mu ensem na apiepie mu ene se enka ewo se sa meeting we ya Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang ene yewa speaker Alban Bagbin ene land minister yewa Emmanuel Armah Boah omo kwanya no wo eye enkran aya to hodin Kimpiski in case a winning wa a 5-star hotel Kimpiski say and our city.
It's the king of Accra on the beat.
That is a honum a very luxurious, what I say, a very luxurious a year or can say a year apartment and hotel beer, semi Pedriasa, and ye Genisika Ketwa and Uncle Fono Moye de Quacos and on the way and Nana Jantuah, Nana Jantuah of Ishida FM, Ishida TV, yes, Ishida FM. Wabawenti Abekase, oh ho Adabraka, why you disappointed? Is it then and a sebi a bruce de nado? what do you call it? Nhyiamudie kɛkɛ anka we common AI artificial intelligence obo on WhatsApp obo on Facebook any de keka ho a ebetumi ma mu solution mo kwa akose Ghana sika ɛwɔ Kempiski 5-star hotel we de adabra kase ɛna na Jantuah ɔno so ɛtutu bi mani Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang Vice President and Emmanuel Armah Boah any right honorable speaker of parliament.
Na meko social media ena meko te se NDC minister obaye omukwa akwakoye galamsey forum omukwa akwakoye galamsey omukwa akosia no madwendwene galamsey ho enti omukosia we hia mehwe date no ne mehwe flyer no mabambui mebusa afui Minister we penasempa Emmanuel Boah on a Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Minim se sia ye kase woni na nwura mu ho. Enti wonya minister wotnase. Ba wa ye bibia mani nje ho and I need to speak truth to him. Me penasem. Onze makato se wa me pe wasem na ya na me ka wasem. She flyer bi bra Facebook na be she flyer no. And mo fanti network ni ye rough kakra. Na womu kwa akosia ewa Accra womu kosia wa Accra adwene galamsey ho tio title ni nie Ministry of Lands bra Facebook na behwe bi the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources then in Facebook here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kofi hwe we ne so na kenkan mai. Mo fanche na Ghana network say akoye general hwe MTN ni Vodafone for na se for enye se mo sponsor yintimu ye de mo pew. Mo network ne nye e de no no. Yera Sam George wasa wo sha ase take action. Wo fra na call drop o fra MTN na call a drop it o fra Telisa na drop it Tigo na drop it e no so e kire sen musisi e de bia MTN Telisa ne network e wa ha nyina anse na nye papa obi dia na e ka the first some sponsor en kire sem nya de mo pe we want quality. They hear quality network MTN Telisa Airtel Tigo mama ya quality network. Ofro bia hello na kate ye wie nso hello no say 5 seconds okra na yesika kroma wote so bia sisi entimi nka ho asem Kofi kan dia wo so ma me bra Facebook
enye me to mame
ameto ene kenkan we
or say the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources
wo mu kwa akosia akodwendwen galamsey ho ene small scale mining ho flyer ne baaya na me hwa hu se bia ye no Kumase ana Ashanti region ana Western region ana se bia Manso Adubia ana se takwa
ye ho no ne ade no kra no
yen kohwa baby omu ye no no o de kenkan.
Also the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources presents a dialogue on restoring a culture of proper small scale mining in Ghana. Enti ehono eye Kempiski Hotel.
Only Kempiski.
I saw a hotel so.
Kempiski Hotel, one of the most expensive hotel. Mimi go bi aduma.
De hu fini ade bia o.
Debi Kempiski.
Ye come on.
Yen to aduane wo Kempiski.
Debi ubeda to. Ubeda to
nana. Me say yen to aduane.
Red.
Kempiski.
Gobe kra no untimi etimi feeding
pattern. Me go bi aduma. But then na no pay me buafu Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Now I am also disappointed in me mame Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang. Professor, I'm also disappointed in the Speaker of Parliament. I am disappointed.
Sure.
That who kwa meeting on Galamsey. I will incline na wo kwa no. Kempiski Hotel. I ho insuo a wo beto insuo ba kwa wo beto. Insuo na ultimate on 250 pesos no. Saa nsuo no.
Ɛhɔ nya asɛm ketewa.
So what now could dia? Because I think a 3-star was a 4-star. Now 3-4-star hotel no. A car will be burning so a betono. Untimi.
Nana go be 1 plate. It me to more 5 kilo no me no anami.
Na ya dia to me say hon ye koye galamsey nkasaye. Galamsey kasaye bien ben and ye koye ni Kimpiski.
Serious.
Then when you are speaking about it, you find some foot soldiers in NDC defending.
Sure.
Foot soldier who nim the year can was at the time John Dramani Mahama. At the time John Dramani Mahama say, John Mahama say independence crowd one yet meboa. And you know so one.
I was what cut cost.
It is said John Mahama cut cost was independence. Yeah. Because ye nisika.
Sure, be celebrating it.
And then now coordinating Galamsey who were Kimpiski Hotel. NDC. And some who bear no. Masa yentwe mamuma meye sa ya brega na ho. Minister me penasem pa me ma me say me penasem pa speaker parliament na matimi mu nyina mpanyifo no bi antimi anka say anenti ne ekọ discuss Galamsey issues e wo Kimpiski. Se wo so koye ni Legon kran ka mini problem because Legon great horn no betia say. Se wo kwa koye ni UPSA te say de omukosia mini problem because say na betia. But who kwa dwene Galamsey hu wa bra saa ehon nsuo no kra no enye normal vortex ne vena wo especially nsuo no mukonom ni agye atum say omukwa dwene Galamsey hu wa bra enye akra na Galamsey no afete obi say ye de omuba mbeboka wan ne ka kire wo na ye beye no great hall ma me fa nko ache ni enhwe na anu bia yewura ehia wo mu o great hall fato so man na nkofo ehu NDC munya sa nsem hunu no yewra John Mahama ade na wa hye ase ne ye emma sa nyoma nsososo no enye and I will go back to tell you the Magufuli me do be ko Magufuli me masan wo ko no so John Magufuli was the Tanzania president obai oye bibi enche me ka kire wo I'm disgusted, I'm disappointed in the land minister Honorable Kofi Boah oh yeah adwuma pa but where there I am disappointed. Me maame Professor Naana maame we die wa anya de mokoye sa meeting now be disappointed. And then Galamsey issues here you call discuss on an expensive hotel. Na issue no kra wo kan AI kra betimi aye AI how to solve Galamsey in Ghana for AI wo pa obi mon check him aye Kimpiski kra say a 5-star hotel mon fa the cost ni bi mame mpacho odi mon pepe cost ni bi mame ensuo ni na sefo ni aduane ni bi mumfa bi mbrɛ me mengu obi adwuma. I believe in a private phone a person koyo mu no mo betimi aye but you see my so saa nyoma ne so in as much I had a problem with MPP no ade ba ko a mebo maba so na no abuginapo on the regional minister Honorable Simon Semensa they did something no mebo maba so they came to Kumasi ehon na yewura ko kan say onimo mo yes ade oni nyina Omumba KNUST, Omanko Lancaster, Omanko Golden Bean, KNUST, and Ombeye no, KNUST say na betua. Emma ahemfo ni nyina timi nya time ba ho. Na sabi se Kumasi ye bi wo Kumasi obetimi nya Western for ene bi Ashanti region ahemfo ne stakeholders no aba be ka ho. Dan so be ka so mu nyina nkonkran. Wa bra se nipa miense betimi ape plane amomo. Omu ba ye be hwe omu wa ha. Cost no so beti because vice president eba ye mo no ho ka te say president
sure
inti sa cost no better so do omu miensa no be ba bia Ashanti region and our western region so wo ye discussion na ahimfunie community nie boys no so omu ye Galamsey nie then you are saying you are doing effective discussion and then you find stakeholder theory ye ka stakeholder theory ye dwene bibi ho a enkrofo na wo mu enye ye betimi ahaw anase betimi aboaw no you involve them. You cannot discuss Galamsey in Accra when the Ottoman so edubiano umani hu de nto ye Galamsey no. You cannot discuss Galamsey issues when nipa na o woman so edubiano a wo yare no unnim de ntia o ye sa de no. You cannot be in Accra to discuss Galamsey issue a affect you because who benya nso panom mumu say enanum Galamsey nso. It's other na ma Ashanti region one who say ukoku nso a Galamsey wo ho manso Galamsey wo ho other places Galamsey wo ho ne yɛ gye ato mu sɛ mpanyinfoɔ mmiɛnsa wei professor speaker ɛne mu kɔsi adwene galamsey ho ɛwɔ kimpiski many awu paa. This is not John Mahama na me menya nkajo yɛ sɛ John Mahama sesa media. My problem is the hotel na yɛ kɔ akɔyɛ saade because ɛhɔ nneɛma boɔden so ɔmo kɔkora ne yɛde akyɛ ɔmo a ɛhɔ nsuo boɔden aduane ɔmo didi yɛbɛsa ma ɔmo sika aka ho saa meeting no you can do it at Legon some percent krana na wotena yɛ ni wo Legon deɛ no ɛhɔfo nsuo ne yɛ normal nsuo yɛ yɛbɛtumi anum bi ɛhɔfo because how much is a Vena water or whatever water airfo vortic ni nyina airfo but the same vortic in Kimpiski no ne boɔden
sure
nti ade nti na wɔsɛ wɔyɛ saa deɛ no wɔ hɔ fa video ne to so mame na no mo ba Kumasi deɛ no fa to so mame na AI crowd wo search I am how to do it AI only AI artificial intelligence wo mo ayi so no saa meeting no mpɛ sɛ o mu yɛ no dodo na no pa wa fa AI call WhatsApp ne Google solutions na o de yɛ nyina yɛ nya bi bra yɛ bi AI meeting no mpɛ sɛ o mu yɛ no yɛn kɔ nneɛma AI ɛnkyerɛ yɛ kwan yɛ bɛfa so solve galamsey wɔ Ghana wankasa yɛ bi wankasa fa AI ɛyɛ
enti na kyerɛ sɛ wei ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛyɛ owura no nso watimi ɛde aba abɔnten aba abɛto edwa and in all media meka Ghana yɛwɔ no sɛ wotu opposition a wokasa bebree that is the issue wotu opposition akasa bebree and I don't see the need sɛ sɛdeɛ Nana Jantuah ɔka no mene ne yɛ adwene mene Nana Jantuah ɛyɛ adwene I won't lie to you mene ne yɛ adwene because sika na mode kɔ saa Kimpiski hɔ nom akɔ rent place apartment bi atena se ɔde ɔmo bɛdie sika ɛbɛkɔm ɛne nneɛma a ɔbɛsɛ no hɔ no why don't you just set a team bi na mo ntena se na mo nhwehwɛ mu even Kumasi because Accra hɔ nom no I am very pretty sure say Accra hɔ nom galamsey ɛnkɔ so ɛyɛ the other regions you know which is Kumasi Bono region and other regions, Eastern region, baby, ɔmo yɛ galamsey akɛseɛ no. Ɔhɔnom ɛna nsuo no efiri ba na wakɔ akɔsɛe nkradeɛ no. Akɔbɔ po no mu. Enti why would you find a problem where there is no problem? Ɛdeɛ nti a wobɛpɛ sɛ wobɛpɛ problem. Wohwɛ asɛm aba yɛ hwehwɛ de po si brɛ. But wakɔ akɔgyina baabi a asɛm no anyɛ hɔ na efiri baayɛ. How can you solve that problem? Meanwhile, we touch it down to the grounds where the problem is at. You can easily find it and solve it. Simple as ABC. And Yama Professor Opoku Agyemang, me retain and can ache. Medical catcher, me retain and can personally retain and catch it. A banner Ghana development and a bank one sense some or promise and we are looking up to Salbaya Sadina. But that decision your moteki no a year restoring a culture of proper small scale mining in Ghana. Me omo enya adwin in this particular meeting because sika mo kwese no ho no mbetimi edibi aye niema sika mo kwese no ho mbetimi edibi aye niema bebre Ghana ye suku adan ya kwan hospitals and then you John the man Muhammad ye the Independence Day Ghana woda and I understand and I salute you about that but ye bisa se ye ndi dey na akofa aba cost ka any nneɛma bebree ɛna amana kɔfa aba nti sɛ mohu sɛ ka wɔ hɔ no ma why don't you reduce certain things why don't you cut down your expenditure na nneɛma bi a ɛkɔ so a sɛbi mogye di sɛ ɛde ka bɛba no why don't you ignore it nti Kimpiski hotel 5-star hɔ nom na mo mayɛ mo adwe sɛ mokɔ no de I personally mega I don't budge with it ne mo ɛnyɛ adwe yɛde Nana Jantuah ɔka no enti yɛsrɛ mo ada sɛ mo se mo ba no maba bɛyɛ ɔma no yi a sɛdeɛ mo kaa no pɛpɛɛpɛ no sɛdeɛ buru sɛdeɛ nya no momma ne nkɔ saa enti yɛmpɛ sɛ hereby the case a mo kaa wei na mobɛyɛ different thing ɛba saa na mo Emmanuel Armah Boah how you blasted Nana Akufo-Addo ɛmaa ne yere koraa no sɛbi ɛduru baabi maa no Rebecca Akufo-Addo na ne bu afu What you say? I will want Casata, Sadano, and you speak a crana. Oh, the near dear and some will speak any because why they wama quite speak a man of quite man, what can I na ne nyinaa so na ɛyɛ ɔman no yiedie enti yɛsrɛ mu adabra ka owura no yɛsrɛ mu momma yɛnyɛ den yɛn cut down expenditure sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a Ghana yiyɛ no ɛbɛtumi ayɛ dɛ akɔ n'anim na mogyae saa whole lot of nneɛma hunu ɛne nneɛma sɛdeɛ na MPP foɔ yɛ a wɔka na wɔn anti a ɛnɛ ɛbɛwie mu opposition no. We don't want you to repeat that. We want you to build Ghana that we want, and Ghana will be great again. That is all that we want from you, and not any meeting. Be able to call baby the baby na serious meeting. Now kofa amba because the problem is there, and it is not at where you are going for the meeting. Abusia we Mr. Bleach Amedia Baba Sumo and Mega TV and platform so. Let's also subscribe to the channel for latest updates, for more updates, more videos, 20 issues. The Baba Sumo. Date ni 26th of February, that is Wednesday and a course. Until we are looking up to say birthday, ibiti the a free mobile, what you say. It's me about for United States of America. Yakupon share on our work. Also, remember me will be in UK. Yakupon share me, it will be a negative behind Yakupon and Kosu and share. Tabusia, we a summer, it will be a some best so be like now I see video no or subscribe to me to the channel of the latest updates. Makobi, peace out. Bye bye.